Hi guys, I'm Retro Critic here, and today I'm going to talk about something nice today. I'm going to talk about a good movie for once. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm just filming in a better location, and for those of you that know me and my channel, I'm in a new location. I'm filming in a different location. I'm filming in a different and better location right now. And yes, I'm wearing my glasses just to be better. I'm not wearing those sunglasses, but I don't mind wearing those sunglasses once in a while for videos. But for now, I just want to wear my regular glasses, and I just want to be more myself when I wear my regular glasses. That's kind of why, if you're wondering. But for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. And I hope you like my channel. But it'll be nice if you click and subscribe or comment. It'll be nice if you comment and subscribe on this channel, and especially in this video. And I hope you like this channel, and I hope you like my video. But now let's get started. So today I'm going to be talking about something nice today. I'm going to be talking about a good thing for once. And I'm going to be talking about a good movie for once. And I think this might be the first movie review I've done on my channel. I cannot believe I have not talked about movies yet. I cannot believe I have not done movie reviews yet on this channel. But hey, I gotta start somewhere with movie reviews. But hey, I gotta start somewhere. So, and yeah, this pretty much is my first movie review when we get down to it. But today in this video, I'm going to be talking about a good movie for once, and I'm going to talk about a good experience I had. And the movie that I'm going to be talking about is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. The Super Mario Bros. Movie that came out in 2023, the new one. Not the 1993 one, which I do like that one. I'm going to defend. I think that's an underrated gem. It's a live action movie. I think that movie gets a lot of shit. But today in this video, I'll be talking about the Super Mario Bros. Movie by Illumination that came out in theaters recently in 2023. I'm talking about that one. I had a good experience in the theater, and I saw the movie, and I'm just like, hey, why not talk about it? Why not, like, just kind of give my thoughts on the movie? I just want to express my thoughts on the movie, and just, hey, why not talk about it? And this is my review of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. But, yes, this is the one that came out recently in 2023, not the 1993 one, which I do like the 1993 one, the live-action one. And it's actually good. No, I actually think it's an underrated gem. I like that movie for what it is. I defend that movie still a little bit. I think that movie gets a lot of shit today. But the 1993 live-action one is just trying to be its own thing. At least it tries to be like the games. I mean, people have to understand the live-action 1993 movie was actually just trying to be a live-action version of the Mario Brothers. There's not a lot you could do. I think animation makes more sense and it's better that way. Because it's the Mario Brothers, for God's sake. But that movie at least tried in live-action form to be like the games. Like, it does little ways to be like the games. I mean, that movie tries to be, in little ways, to be like the games. It tries to be its own thing. It has its own charm. It's at least a guilty pleasure. It's fun. I think the people that directed that movie tried their best. I think the people that directed that movie did the best they could. But in the end of the day, I feel like the 1993 Mario Brothers movie is still a decent movie to watch. Like, I don't mind the 1993 Mario Brothers movie. Like, I don't mind the 1993 Mario Brothers movie. And at the same time, so, I mean, I like it for what it is, and I think it has a nice charm to it. But that's my defense and my thoughts on the 1993 Mario Brothers movie. But this movie, the 2023 Mario Brothers movie, I actually like this one too. Because I think animation makes a lot more sense. And I think animation, you can do a lot more in that. Like, I think animation, you can do a lot more in animation. Like, you can do a lot of things in animation, and I think Mario fits well in animation. I think Mario already makes sense to do an animation. I mean, and there was a cartoon back in the day that was decent. I even like the cartoon for what it is. But even I like that Mario cartoon. But I don't want to go on tangent. That's another story for another day. I might talk about that another day. I might maybe review those another day. But I will go on. But for now, I'm going to talk about the 2023 Mario movie. Now on to the movie. So the story of the movie is just like any other Mario game. Okay, it's just like the games. But here, it gives more depth to the characters. Basically, the premise is where Mario and Luigi are plumbers, but they're looked down upon because they're kind of failures at their job, or they're bad at their business. They're failure as plumbers. I mean, they're good plumbers. It's just that they have some say bad reviews, and they're looked down upon because they're outsiders in the plumber business. But they try to, like, work hard and do good in their job of plumbing, in the plumbing business. And then all of a sudden, actually, they fall in a mysterious pipe, and this pipe leads them to the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's where Mario and Luigi are separated. And then Mario meets up with Toad, and Mario both meet Peach, Princess Peach, and basically the premise is, later, it turns out Luigi is captured. He's captured, put him in a cage. And then, meanwhile, a turtle called Bowser, a fire-breathing turtle called Bowser, like in the games, just like in the games, takes over the rest of the other kingdoms, like the Penguin Kingdom, and he finds the Golden Star, and he wants to use the Golden Star to rule the world and, like, marry Peach for some reason. And half the movie is just the Mario is training, Princess Peach is training Mario to get better, Princess Peach is training Mario to get skills, like in the games, like have the moves, like in the games, and so on and so forth. And that's basically kind of the premise of the movie. That's basically the story of the movie. Mario, Toad, and Peach both meet up with Donkey Kong, and they go into the Jungle Kingdom, which is known as the Kong Kingdom, where Donkey Kong is from. And Bowser is set off to take over the world. He takes over the Penguin Kingdom, and Bowser wants to take over the world. And later, Peach wants to have, Cranky Kong use his army to team up with the Mushroom King. And for some reason, Cranky Kong is like the king of the Kong gorillas in this universe, in this movie. And he's the father of Donkey Kong, which in the games and the TV show it implies he's like the grandfather of Donkey Kong, but whatever, okay then. This movie has its own headcanon, I guess. They wanted to like team up with Cranky Kong to fight the Koopas and Bowser. Then there's a duel, and then Mario wins the duel. Then there's a duel against Mario and Donkey Kong. Then Mario wins the duel against Donkey Kong. And there's a scene where it's just like the games, where there's a Mario Kart scene, which hey, that was kind of fun. And hey, it's just like the games, like Mario Kart, which I swear to God, it's just trying to be like Mario Kart, like that's from the games. Hey, look, that's from the game, and shit like that. And then later, Peach gets captured by Bowser, and Bowser forces them to marry her. Peach reluctantly agrees, but then she sets herself free, then beats Bowser and the Koopas, and there's a battle, and then Mario finds Luigi, and the Kongs get captured, and also the Penguins get captured, and Mario frees the Penguins, and Mario frees the Kongs, and Cranky Kong, and Luigi. Mario finds Luigi, and Mario frees Luigi, and Mario then has a fight scene with Bowser, and then they beat Bowser, and then they fight the Koopas, and Mario and all the characters fight the Koopas, and then Mario, Luigi, and Donkey Kong, and including Peach, they all fight the Koopas, and there's a battle with all the Koopas, and they fight the Koopas and Goombas, and they fight in Manhattan just like the 1993 Mario movie, where the second climax takes place in Manhattan. Like, oh hey, it's just like the 1993 Mario movie, where I swear to God, there's moments where it's also trying to be a little bit like the 1993 Mario movie, like taking elements for like, oh, they're in Manhattan, oh, they're in a hidden world. It's a similar plot premise. So, so on and so forth, something like that. And later on, Mario and Luigi beat Bowser, and they use the Golden Star, and they manage to find the Golden Star, and they stop Bowser by using the Golden Star, and they use the Golden Star, and they use the Golden Star to defeat Bowser, and they pretty much kind of defeat him after that. Mario he's in Manhattan, he's in the human world, and all the people applaud. Like the whole world looks at Mario as hero and all that stuff, and they're not looked down upon anymore. They're looked up as heroes, and their whole family looked them up as heroes. Their whole family cheered them as heroes. The whole people in Manhattan town cheer them as heroes. All the humans in Manhattan cheer Mario and Luigi as heroes. Mushroom Kingdom honor them as heroes. The Mushroom Kingdom and everybody, all the other characters and everybody else in the whole world look them up as heroes, and they all cheer for them. Movie ends where they're like being plumbers in the Mushroom Kingdom and save the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's a nice little tribute to the games and all that stuff. And the movie ends of like a nice like Bowser joke. There's like a post-credit scene where it ends with a Bowser joke, and there was another post-credit scene where it reveals the Yoshi, hinting, oh, they're gonna make a sequel and Yoshi's gonna be in it and all that stuff. So that's basically what happens in the movie. Now, my overall thoughts in it. First of all, let's get to like a few things I like about the movie. For one thing, I mean, it's at least a fun movie. Visually it's appealing. It's at least a fun movie. Like, it's a fun movie at least. I mean, I like what they do to the characters. It's a movie that needs to do what it needs to do. I'm pretty sure it'll get a sequel. There's a nice post-credits scene Bowser singing Peach's playing his piano. That was funny. There's another post-credits scene where you see the egg of Yoshi hinting that, oh, Yoshi's gonna appear in the sequel, which you bet your ass, like, they're gonna make another Mario sequel to this, because look how much well they're gonna do. Look how much well this movie's doing in the box office, of course. Now, overall, I like the animation. The animation has some of that Illumination vibes, but it's his own kind of animation, you know? It's its own thing, and I think Mario League works in animation. And I do like the Super Mario Brothers show cartoon, but the cartoon's another day for another day. Maybe I'll review that. Maybe I'll review the Super Mario Brothers Super Show one day. I do like that show. That's a good Mario cartoon, and I do like that Mario cartoon. But this movie is actually nice too. I think the animation works well in this one too. And the animation's really visually appealing, I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good looking. You know, it's done by Illumination, and it's developed by Nintendo. Like, Nintendo and Illumination both worked together to develop this movie. And honestly, you cannot tell it's an Illumination movie with maybe some style. It does its own animation. Like, you cannot tell it's a Illumination movie except maybe some characters, but it does its own style, and I like that. It does its own original animation. Now, I like how it does its own animation and original style. I like that. That's fine. You could not tell it's an Illumination movie, except maybe you could not tell it's a Illumination movie, except maybe that dog design and maybe some character designs, but that's it. Other than that, the movie looks good. The animation does its own thing. I like that. And the movie was done, like I said, the movie was done by Illumination and by Nintendo. And Illumination and Nintendo both worked together to develop this movie, worked together to make this movie, and the movie looks good. I mean, the movie looks visually appealing like that. It's its own original thing. And for a video game adaptation, it's actually the only one that... This is probably the best video game adaptation I've seen. It looks really well looking. This is a really good video game adaptation, I'm not gonna lie. I think my favorite part was where Bowser is singing... He's playing on the piano and he's saying, peaches, 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 peaches. It just, for whatever reason, no, it's really funny when I see that. And by the way, Bowser's voiced by Jack Black, and Jack Black does a phenomenal job. I'll get to that later, but I swear to God, when he's like, saying peaches, I swear to God, it sounds like he's saying bitches, and literally, at the very end of that song, it literally sounds like he's saying bitches, bitch. Like, if you listen closely, he says peaches, and he says peaches, peaches, and why he loves peach, but at the very end of that song, at the very end of his piano song, when he's playing that piano, at the very end of that song, he's saying, like, bitches. Like if you listen very closely, I swear to God, if you listen very closely, it literally sounds like he's saying, bitches, 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 bitches. Like, it literally sounds like, if you listen closely, it literally sounds like Bowser saying bitches. It literally sounds like he's saying bitches, and I don't know if that's unintentional or not, or that's an adult joke, but it just works for me. Now, like, I don't know if that was unintentional or not, but I just found it really funny in the movie. Like, I don't know if that was like a hidden adult joke they snuck in for like older people, for like older adults, if they're watching this movie too with their kids. I have no idea, but it just was really funny when I saw it, when I noticed it. It's hilarious every time I see it. And overall, I guess my criticism is, you know, Mario and Luigi are separated, but Luigi does like something at the very end of the climax, but that's it. I mean, I can understand why they did that to, like, you know, develop the characters and have their own journey, but still. And there's like one annoying little character in the movie. He's like this blue star, but he's not distracting. He's like in it for a few minutes or a few seconds, really. And he's a little bit annoying. I don't know why. He's just there. This blue star character, he's just there, but he's not that distracting. Like, the blue star character doesn't take away from the movie overall. But for criticisms, that's pretty much it. Well, actually, no, I think I got a few more I take that back. I think I got a few more criticisms. And I don't agree that actually, no, I got a few more criticisms. Like, Peach as a girl boss, I don't agree that Peach is a girl boss, but I think her dialogue and lines are terrible. Like, now, first of all, Peach is voiced by Anna Joy Taylor-Gray, and Anna Joy Taylor-Gray is actually a decent job. I think she does a solid job of voicing Peach, but I think her lines, her dialogue is terrible. I'll get to that soon, but first off, I want to address the idea that she's a girl boss. I don't agree 100% she's a girl boss. It shows that, she's not a Mary Sue. It shows that she's been trained a lot, so I don't buy the claim that, like, Peach is like a Mary Sue or that Peach is like a girl boss. I find that ridiculous. I don't buy that she's a girl boss. I don't buy that she's a girl boss. Maybe to some people she's come off like that, but because first off, Peach has been trained throughout her life. So Peach has been trained throughout the Mushroom Kingdom to fight and defend herself throughout her whole life. So she can defend herself and she can fight on her own. She at least has experience. Maybe it's a little overboard how they do it, but still, it's a little cheesy and over the top how they do it, but it's fine. She has years of experience and she has years of training. She has years of experience and she has years of training, so I can buy that. I can accept that. Tongue-in-cheek. Even though it's done a little tongue-in-cheek, but still, I can accept that. But still, I can accept that, and I can accept that explanation. But still, I can guarantee you, I can assure you that Peach is not a Mary Sue, as other people would like to say. But still, But I digress, but overall. But Anna Joy Taylor-Gray as Peach, like I said, I think she did a good voice acting job. Like, I think her voice acting performance is pretty solid in this movie. You buy that she's Peach, but I think her line delivery is just fucking terrible. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's the script she's given, but her line delivery is just so fucking shit, I swear to God. Like, the way she says things in the movie comes off laughable. The way she says things in the movie just comes off shitty. Like, I think it's just her dialogue she's given in the movie. Like, the dialogue she's given is decent in some parts. I mean, the dialogue of Mario and all the other characters is serviceable and fine. Her dialogue with Bowser comes off really forced and fake and tongue-in-cheek and shitty. And I'll explain why. Like, I think it's just her line delivery and the way she says it comes off kind of bad. It just comes off really phony the way she says it. I think her line delivery just comes off very stiff, niche when I hear it. Her line delivery is decent in some parts, but it just comes off really just kind of a little bit kind of lame in some parts, and it comes off just unnatural, and the dialogue she's given is just comical, to be honest with you. I mean, you tell me about these, like the dialogue she's given just comes off really just obtuse and very honing it in. It just comes off like, but these, I mean, you come back and tell me what you think about these lines she's given, because the lines she says in the movie just comes off, like the dialogue and the lines she says in the movie just comes off like almost, I don't know, very bland the way she says. I don't know what it is, but just her line delivery I'm not impressed with. And another criticism I have of the movie is like the voice actor of Cranky Kong. I just do not like the voice actor of Cranky Kong. Like, I think the guy that voiced him in the Donkey Kong Country them better. And sorry, I meant, and let me correct the mistake. The voice actor of Peach is Anna Taylor-Joy, not Anna Taylor-Joy Gray. I don't know why I said that. No, I want to correct something. Her name is Anna Taylor-Joy. Yeah, no, the actress that voiced Peach is Anna Taylor-Joy. I don't know why I said Anna Joy Gray. Just memory. I don't know why I said Anna Taylor-Joy Gray. Just memory, just foggy memory, that's all. I mean, it happens. Just, mistakes happen like that. My bad. I just want to correct that mistake. Yeah, no, she's voiced by Anna Taylor-Joy, Princess Peach. Yeah, Princess Peach is voiced by Anna Taylor-Joy. My bad. That happens. Glad I corrected my mistake. Glad I corrected the record. Yeah, the guy that... Okay, look, here's the thing. Another criticism I have for this movie is the voice actor for Cranky Kong. Like, the guy that voiced Cranky Kong, I did not like. Like, I did not like Cranky Kong's voice in this movie. For whatever reason, he just sounds so... Like, his voice sounds trying too hard. I don't think it fits the character. It just sounds so awful, so nauseous to hear. I fucking hate the voice. Enough with the talking and the show. Like, this is how he's... And he's voiced by... And I should mention, he's voiced by Fred Armisen. And I know some of his stuff. I've seen him around in other movies and his stand-up, but I've seen him around from stuff. But, look, I like Fred Armisen, but he just did not fit well for me for the voice of Cranky Kong. Like, I really did not like his voice for the voice of Cranky Kong. Fred Armisen just was not good in this movie. I mean, his voice acting was not good in this movie. I really did not like Fred Armisen's voice in this movie. I think he did a... I thought his voice for Cranky Kong was just so obnoxious and just agonizing to hear. Like, enough with the show, but... Welcome here... Oh, God, sorry, I don't want to reenact it, but it's just so fucking annoying to hear. His voice, was just not for me. It really did not like it. So obnoxious. Oh, God. Oh, God, I just did not like his voice. I thought he did a terrible job of Cranky Kong. Like, he just did not fit the voice of Cranky Kong for me. I think a better actor... Like, I like the voice of Cranky Kong from the Donkey Kong Country show. If you guys know the Donkey Kong Country show. But whoever voiced that guy, I like the guy that voiced Cranky Kong in the Donkey Kong Country show. Like, whoever was the voice actor for Cranky Kong from the Donkey Kong Country show, I like that better. Like, if you guys know, if you guys are old enough to know the Donkey Kong Country show, you would know what I mean. But for those of you who know my channel, you at least know the Donkey Kong Country show at least. But I like the guy who voiced Cranky Kong in the show than this movie, because seriously, I just did not like Cranky Kong's voice actor in this movie. I did not like his voice in this movie. His voice did not fit well for Cranky Kong for me. I don't think his voice fit well for Cranky Kong for me. I just did not like Fred Armisen's voice for Cranky Kong in this movie. His voice was just not for me. I thought his voice was just... It didn't work well for me in the movie. I really was not a fan of his voice in this movie, and his voice, honestly, just didn't at all work well for Cranky Kong for me in this movie. And that's pretty much all my criticisms of this movie. Okay, so now onto the voice cast of the movie. So let's just start from the obvious. So, let's start with Mario. So Mario was voiced by Chris Pratt. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard the announcement of Chris Pratt as Mario, I was kind of worried, and I mean, honestly, I actually didn't mind him voicing Mario at first when I saw the announcement, and I was kind of worried because when I saw the trailer, I just did not like the glimpses that I heard. I did not like his voice at all. Okay, like I was not dismissive when they announced Chris Pratt voicing Mario. I was not dismissive of it. I didn't mind the idea. I did not mind the idea of Chris Pratt voicing Mario. I mean, I didn't know what to make of it at first. I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie, but I did like it over time. I kind of accepted it, and I can kind of see how he could voice Mario. But when I saw trailers of it, when I saw glimpses of trailers of it, I was worried. And I was worried because his Mario voice sounded awful and shitty to me. Like, his Mario voice sounded just like Boston-like, and just sounded lame to me. I just did not like it. But when I saw the movie, Chris Pratt as Mario actually sounded really good. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was serviceable in the movie. I thought he did a Brooklyn accent once in a while, but overall, he sounded like Mario half the time. Like his own, and it worked for me. And like Chris Pratt as Mario, he does a Brooklyn accent once in a while earlier on in the movie, and I can kind of notice that his accent is like on and off in the movie. But still, his voice acting for Mario I thought was serviceable. Like his voice acting for Mario I thought was actually pretty good in this movie. Like he sounds like this is his own Mario voice, and his voice for Mario was actually really good. You buy that he's Mario. You buy that he's Mario, and I like that, and I think it works well in the movie. And Charlie May as Luigi, when I saw that announced, I was already hooked. Okay, when I saw that, I was already hooked of Charlie May as Luigi. I mean, like, come on. And when I saw the trailers, I actually was impressed by his voice for Luigi. And then when I saw the movie, I was actually impressed. I liked his voice acting for Luigi. I like Charlie May as Luigi. I think he does a good, solid job for Luigi. I think Charlie May did a good job voicing Luigi, and you can totally buy that he sounds like Luigi. So overall, I think Charlie May did a good job voicing Luigi. And I liked how in the movie, both Mario and Luigi, there was a moment in the opening of the movie where they both try do impressions or try to have like these accents, and they try to sound like they literally sound like the games. They literally try to censor like in the games. They try to like be like the voices from the games, but then they go back to the regular voices, and I kind of like that. That was kind of funny. Like my friend and I predicted that before the movie came out. Like that was so cliche noticeable, but that was funny. Like that was so cliche noticeable, but it was funny, and it was funny. So I don't see why not. Later on, it is true that the original voice actor Mario was not in this movie. Was actually in this movie. Charles Martinet voiced Mario from the video games, and he has a little cameo. He voices a character in the movie, so that's kind of cool. Hey, that's kind of cool they do that. Now, some people complain, like, hey, why not have Charles Martinet voice Mario in the movie? And I disagree with that, because here's why. Like, all Mario does, like, Charles Martinet voicing Mario games, all he does is just sounds and noises. There's no, like, voice acting dialogue, just sounds and noises. So I think it was a smart decision to, like, give Mario a real voice actor and give him lines throughout the whole entire movie. And look, I love Charles Martinet as Luigi. And at least they have like Charles Martinet voice a character, like have a cameo role in the movie. That was kind of cool. I'll give it that. So it's cool that at least Charles Martinet voices a character in the movie. Like he has a little cameo role voice over in the movie. That's kind of cool. I'll give it that. So I kind of like that. It was cool the movie at least did that. And besides, like I think giving a Mario voice actor was a smart decision, because in the games he just does woohoo, woohoo. Like in the games, he doesn't speak in a voice. In the games, Mario doesn't have speaking or voice-over dialogue. He just does sounds like woohoo, woohoo. So I think it was smart that the studio gave Mario a real voice actor and gave him actual dialogue to speak throughout the whole entire movie. Because you need your main lead at kind of given dialogue and speak throughout a whole entire feature-length movie, if you know what I mean. And give him something to say and have him actually speak throughout the rest of the movie in a feature-length film. So I think that was a smart decision on the studio's part, and I think it worked well in the movie. And I think it's good that they did that in the movie, so there's that. Now for other voice actors, you have Anna Taylor-Joy Gray, which I think I told you earlier in this video how I feel about Anna Taylor-Joy Gray. I keep saying Anya Taylor-Joy Gray. No, it's Anya Taylor-Joy. Mistakes. Hey, just a slip-up. Hey, that happens. Hey, it happens. Glad I corrected my mistake at least. But, yeah, no, Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach I did not like. I think I told you earlier in the video how I feel about Anya Taylor-Joy in this video. Yeah, I did not like Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach. Yeah, I did not like her voicing Peach. I don't think she did an amazing job voicing Peach. Let me put it like that. Then there's Fred Armisen voicing Cranky Kong. Like I said, I think I told you. Now, I did tell you earlier how I feel about Fred Armisen voicing Cranky Kong in the movie, in this video. And I gotta tell you, I don't think he did a good job voicing Cranky Kong. Like, I did not like his voice for Cranky Kong in this movie. Now, the next voice actor, you have Kevin Michael Richardson voicing Kamek. I didn't know that was him, but he voiced additional characters in the movie, but I think he did a good job. Yeah, yes, you have Kevin Michael Richardson voicing Kamek and other additional characters in this movie. Yeah, I didn't notice that was him, but hey, that's actually cool he's in this movie. And yes, I know who Kevin Michael Richardson is. I do like Kevin Michael Richardson's voice work. I think he did a good job in this movie. I thought his voices were impressive in this movie. Then got John DiMaggio in this movie. And yes, I am aware of his work. I am aware of John DiMaggio's work. I like his work. I like his stuff. And I think he voices Uncle Arthur, and he voices additional characters in the movie, I think. And I think John DiMaggio did a good job in this movie. I really like him in this movie, too. He did impressive voice work. I like his voice work in this movie. Keegan-Michael Key as Toad was okay. Now, Keegan-Michael Key voices Toad, and Keegan-Michael Key voicing Toad was okay. Like, I thought Keegan-Michael Key was okay when he, voiced Toad. He was just there for comedic relief, and I thought Keegan-Michael Key, he did a decent job. I thought the Toad character was just there. Keegan-Michael Key just did a voice, and he did a decent job at it. I'll put it like that. And I feel like Toad, the character, was just there in the movie. But hey, I see why, because, it's just like the games. It's just like the games, that's why. But no, I thought he was just fine in the movie. And it's trying to play the games, and I thought he was just fine in the movie. And Sebastian Maniscalco as Spike was good in the movie. I thought he did an amazing voice acting work for Spike in the movie. I always liked Sebastian Maniscalco's work. I like his stuff. I think he did a voice job voicing Spike. God, I thought his voice for Spike was hilarious in this movie. And the Spike character was from the games, of course. And it's from a game called Wrecking Crew. If you know Wrecking Crew, if you don't know what Wrecking Crew is like an earlier Mario game where the Mario Brothers appeared in. But Sebastian Maniscalco did a great job voicing Spike. I thought he did a good job voicing Spike. Sebastian Maniscalco did a funny job voicing Spike. I thought his voice for Spike was really funny and entertaining in the movie. Then there's Seth Rogen. And Seth Rogen for Donkey Kong was actually not that bad, but here's the thing. So Seth Rogen voices Donkey Kong. And I thought Seth Rogen voicing Donkey Kong was pretty decent for what it was overall in the movie. Here's the thing. Oh, God. Okay, Seth Rogen, I thought his dog was, I think his voice overall was serviceable. I thought it was funny with Mario. He did some funny lines, and it was not that bad. I thought Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong was serviceable in the movie. I thought his dialogue with Mario was actually pretty funny. I think Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong's dialogue with Mario was actually really funny in the movie, to be honest with you. And I think Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I thought he got a little bit better overall as the movie. I think he's gotten better. I kind of just didn't mind him in the movie. I did kind of like him in the movie, and I did like Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong overall. I didn't mind Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong overall, but let me just say something. But my one criticism with him is I hate his effing seriously. Donkey Kong never does the voice. Seriously. And let me say something. When Seth Rogen does that weed voice for Donkey Kong, when he does that sound voice for Donkey Kong, first of all, I feel like he's just trolling us when he does that voice. He's just messing with us. Because first of all, I have never seen Donkey Kong do that kind of sound, the sound. First of all, I have never seen Donkey Kong do that sound. I never seen Donkey Kong do that sound in the games. He never does that sound in the games, just to let you know, guys. But But Seth Rogen is the only one that does that voice, does that sound. When he does that, like, weed sound, that Seth Rogen weed sound, I like to call it the sound voice. First of all, when he does that sound voice, like when he does that sound voice, I feel like he's just trolling with us. I feel like he's just messing it with us when he does that, by the way. But still, and let me just tell you something. When Seth Rogen voices Donkey Kong, it just sounds like Seth Rogen's just doing a voice. Half the time when I listen to Donkey Kong in this movie, I can tell it's Seth Rogen doing that voice. Like, I can tell other times in the movie it just sounds like Seth Rogen, okay? Like, oh my god. Like, seriously, oh my god. And his voice was egregious to hear. It's very noticeable. His voice was very noticeable in the movie. I don't think Seth Rogen's a good voice actor. And first of all, and I just think his voice was... I think Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong was pretty... not that good. I think it was middle road for me, but you could tell... Like, you can tell that Seth Rogen's just doing a voice. Like, Seth Rogen is not even trying doing a Donkey Kong voice. You can tell he's just trying to start doing a Donkey Kong voice for this movie. It barely sounds like Donkey Kong. Like, sometimes in the movie, it barely sounds like Donkey Kong. But I'll leave it like that. But I digress. Seth Rogen needs to get a pipe out of his asshole. And let me tell you guys something. Seth Rogen is just... really up his ass a lot, I'll put it like that. And maybe Seth Rogen, if you stop doing weed, you'll be a better voice actor. But still, hey, I digress. That's just how I feel. But that's my thoughts on that. I think he's I think he's decent. I think he's alright. So I feel like Seth Rogen's voice for Donkey Kong was just decent. In the end of the day, was alright. I think Seth Rogen's voice for Donkey Kong was alright in the movie. Okay, so last but not least, there's Jack Black as Bowser. And oh boy, and oh god, I have to tell you, I think Jack Black as Bowser was amazing in this movie. I thought he was hilarious in this movie. I think he was like the best part in this movie. I'm really impressed with Jack Black as Bowser in this movie. I thought he was hilarious. Him sing Peaches was like the best part of the movie. And Jack Black voices Bowser in this movie, and it is a phenomenal job. I like the Peaches scene where he says Peaches, you know, I like the scene where he says Peaches, 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 Peaches. And it sounds like he's saying, bitches, bitches. It sounds like he's saying bitches, bitches at the very end if you listen carefully. But when he says peaches, peaches, it just sounds hilarious to me. I don't know if that was a hidden adult joke for parents watching this movie, but still, but I digress. Unintentional or not, I just think it's hilarious when he says peaches, peaches, and when he says bitches, bitches. Because it literally sounds like he's saying bitches, bitches in this movie, but still. But Jack Black as Bowser is amazing in this movie. Like, I think Jack Black as Bowser is the best part of this movie. I think he has done a phenomenal job in this movie. I think he's a phenomenal voice actor. I think he's become a phenomenal voice actor. And I think he has improved as a voice actor. And I think he's done an amazing job. And I think Jack Black as Bowser was just amazing in this movie. And Jack Black as Bowser was my favorite part of this movie. And that's the voice cast of this movie. It's an impressive voice cast. And I think this movie has a really good voice cast in this movie. And now this movie has music from the games. Like, it has really good music. And we listen to the music carefully in this movie. It has music from previous Mario games in this movie. And that's kind of cool it does that. And that's kind of cool that the movie does that with the music in this movie. Where it kind of like, you know, references music in previous Mario games. Like, hey, it's just like the games. Cool, this movie does that by paying nod to different music from different Mario games. And people were like, will notice, hey, I know that music from that Mario game. And hey, I recognize that music from that Mario game. You know, something like that. Because overall, in the end of the day, I give the Super Mario Brothers movie a 6 out of 10. Because, you know, it's not great and amazing, but it's a fun movie. But it's a good time waster, okay? It's a mess of a movie, but it's a good mess. It's a fun mess. I mean, like, it's a mess of a movie, but it's a fun mess. It's a good mess. It's a good mess of a movie. And it's not, like, amazing, but I enjoy it for what it is. I like it for what it is. It's not an amazing movie. It's not great, but it's good for what it is. It's a very serviceable movie, and I had a fun time with it. It's not amazing, but it is fun. Like, it's decent. And it's not the worst thing ever, but at the same time, it's not great. But at the same time, it's not amazing, but it's good. It's decent, too. It's not amazing, but I did enjoy this movie for what it is. This movie wasn't great, but I like this movie for what it is. And I had a good time with this movie. And overall, this movie is just a good time waster, really, to be honest with you. And overall, I mean, I did have a good time with this movie. And I did enjoy this movie, really. And those are my thoughts on the Super Mario Brothers movie. And that's pretty much it. And those are my thoughts on this movie. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you like this video. And I hope you guys like my thoughts on this movie in this video. So overall, guys, I'm Retro Critic, and I'm out. And I'll see you guys later. And peace out, and bye.